Hey launchers, Matty Boy here, and in this video we're going to be creating a manual product or a manual listing, and essentially what that means is it's not connected to Printful or a print-on-demand supplier. So if you create a listing like this and you get an order, it's not kind of connected to that wholesaler, and it's not going to automatically process the order and ship the order out to the customer. Now there could be a few reasons why you want to use these types of listings. Maybe you are your own supplier, so you don't need to be connected to a supplier, so you will just collect the orders and ship the products out. Maybe you're perhaps drop shipping or something like that, so every time you get an order you go and place the order somewhere else and it's shipped out to the customer. Or maybe you've got a highly customizable product that you need to create all the artwork and everything before the order's placed. So there could be a whole host of other reasons why you need it, but essentially all you need to remember is it's not connected to Printful or a print-on-demand supplier, so it's not going to be kind of automated the way that is. Now it is possible to automate this using CSV exports, which I'll cover in a separate video, but that's really a kind of a next step up from this. So first of all, we're going to come over to products from the menu on the left, and we're going to hit add new product, and we're going to choose this one here, create new, create product from scratch. Okay, so we hit that. And it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. I'm going to run through it. Basically, you just got to work down the page and fill in all the blanks. So I got a Toon Studio design here, Tinkerbell Love. So I'm just going to call it, whoops. So here, product name, Tinkerbell Love Ladies T-shirt. Okay. You can optionally add a SKU code in there or a SKU number, depending on what you're doing. You may or may not need that. Basically, it's a unique number that identifies the product. Next thing, we have our product description. So goes here. I'm just going to put that in for now. Okay, you've got some options up here as well. If you want to mess around with these, you can change the font to a heading if you want to use a heading. If you're into SEO, that helps with SEO. You can bold it, italic it. You can add links in, so you can link things somewhere else. Bullet points, numbered lists, or a quote, a block quote, and you've got an undo and forward and backwards if you make a mistake there. So if you're unfamiliar with any of this, just basically highlight the text and click the buttons and you'll soon see. It's pretty straightforward. Next thing we got is our pricing. So I'm going to go for $19.95. Compare at price here. I'm going to put at $24.95. And if you add the if you do add a compare at price, then it will show this listing as a sale on your site. So we'll have a look at it in a minute, and I'll show you where that shows up. Your cost you can put in here if you want to calculate your own costs, like how much is the product costing you, the base cost. Enable tax calculation, you can have that on and it will automatically calculate your tax. And then here, media is where we add our mock-ups and videos. You can embed a YouTube video. You can also upload an MP4, and I did do a separate video on that, so you can go and check that out. But I have some mock-ups right here that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to go 2 black and 2 white for now. Okay, now you can add more. Like I say, you can add videos. All you do, the easiest way is to drag and drop them. You can hit this button here, add media, and then just browse your computer and find them that way, but it's dead easy just to drag and drop them. Once they're in here as well, you can also drag them around and move them around, so you can just drag them from left to right. This one here, this says featured here, this will be your main image, the first image that people see when they land on the page. And you can click this little pencil, by the way, as well. And you can change the name here as well, so you can use this for SEO. SEO is not my thing, but if you know about SEO, it can help you get ranked and stuff like that if you name your images. So I am by no way, I really don't know much about SEO, but if you do know or you want to find out about it, you can learn about that as well from somewhere. Track quantity, if you've got a limited amount of product, then you can track the quantity. You can set how many you've got here, and you've also got these options here: continue selling when out of stock, stop selling this product and allow visitors to get notified, stop selling this product and do not allow visitors to get notified. So this will basically just switch it off. This will stop it, and it will allow them to be notified, and this option here will just keep on selling it even when you've run out. Okay, I don't need that. I'm just going to switch it off for now. Shipping, you want to switch this on if it's a physical product and not a digital product, and I will be covering digital products in a separate video, but as this is a t-shirt, this one would have the shipping switched on, and you would need to have your shipping rates, make sure your shipping rates are all set up and working properly. Here we got variants, so I'm going to add some variants here. So variants are things like size and color and stuff like that. So you've got total control over it. So option name here, we're going to go with size. Okay, so this is kind of when we see it live on the page, this will be the size option, and then here we can put the different sizes. So I'm just going to go small, medium, and large, okay, just to keep it simple. Now of course there may be more options than that. Then we're going to add another option, which is going to be the color, and then we're just going to go black and white. Black, oops, white. Okay, you can add more options here, and you can add more option values as well. Okay, so depending on what the product is and how many you need, you've got complete control of that. Now as we scroll down here, should have had a little look at this first, but as we scroll down here, if we have no variants here, we do not have all these options down here. So as you can see here, small black, medium black, large black, small white, medium white, large white. Now the more of these variants you put in, the more of these you'll have down here, and we can set the images. So we can click the little pencil there, and we can set this one to black, we can set the next one to black, and we can set the next one to black, and then we can set these down here to white. Now, and you can also set yours, you know, if you had blue, green, pink, yellow, whatever, you could set them all so that when somebody selects the option live on the page, it will show the right color or the right option on the main thumbnail there. Quantity here, you can select your quantity, and you can also set the prices. So maybe you've got different prices for medium and large. So let's just go 21, and let's go 24. Okay, and let's increase that one to 29 just so it works, and then we'll go 21 for this one, 24, and then we'll set the price at 29 for that one there. Okay, now we've still got our cost price there as well, and you can also, like, maybe you might run out of stock of a medium, for instance, you can switch that medium off, so the medium one won't be available. Okay, you just switch these little buttons here like that, on and off. Okay, so we got a variance in. Now product attributes is for personalization. So what I'll do, I'll throw one in, although this is not actually a personalized design, I'm going to throw one in with just name on it. So we're going to call this name required, and I did do a separate video on using these as well. Name, this is for our own internal use. Active means it's actually on and switched on, so it'll be live on the page. Required means that it's forced, so it means they can't add the product, or they can't check out until they've done the personalization. The description here, I'll show you, this pops up, there's a little question mark, and the placeholder here kind of goes within the box where they type their name, so you can give them a little prompt. So what I would put here is type your name here, and you'll see it live on the page. The type for this one is short text. You can have longer text, checkbox, or the select option there. I'm just going to go for short text now. Like I say, I've done a completely separate video on using these, so if you're unsure, go and check that video out. Okay, so let's hit save there, and then customize your SEO information down here. Now here, I'm going to copy the title of this. Now again, this part right at the very bottom, this is if you know your SEO, or you know someone who does SEO, this can be quite important for e-commerce, but like I say, I'm no SEO expert, and I've always used paid traffic. But if you want to get into SEO, this is the place to do it, and this will help you get ranked on Google and stuff. So I'm just going to and this, and then I'll just put limited edition. Oops. Collector's tee. Buy yours here today. Wow. Stocks last. Okay, and also if you're unaware of, not only does this help you with your SEO when you share a link, say on Facebook or whatever, or when you search on Google and you see a short snippet of text, this is the text you're going to see as well. So you definitely want to do something with this, even if you're not actually doing SEO. So before I hit save, I just want to scoop right back up to the top of the page and have a look at this over here. The product status, active means it's live, draft means it will show up over here in your drafts, and then inactive means it's completely switched off. Then we got the categories. If you already have categories selected, you can just click, so that would go into t-shirts, but what I'm going to do is just create one now, just in case you haven't. So I'll call this Love Tee, or no, Tinkerbell Tees. Tinkerbell collection. Okay, description, put our favorite Tinkerbell collection, that's fine. Parent category, I'm just going to put this for the catalog. Again, you've got the SEO options there. I'm going to leave this blank, but if you want to, I kind of explained it already, you can go ahead and fill those in there. Just going to go ahead and hit submit. Okay, that's now shown up. I created it, but it hasn't been added. So all I'm going to do is just check that little box there and it's added. Product type you can add in here if you want. So we'll call this t-shirt. Okay, you can use these for collections and stuff. Vendor, let's put Matty Boy, say I'm supplying this myself. And then tags here, let's go Tinkerbell. And you can use these for creating your collections as well and tagging stuff. Once you've gone through everything, all you need to do is come down, hit the save button at the very bottom here. Okay, and then we'll just go and have a look at it live on the store. I'm going to click the little eye icon there, and it's going to pop open a new tab. And we just have a quick look, and I'll just explain a few things. Okay, so here were our variants. So we have small. Remember, we just added small, medium, large. But like I say, you could add as many as you want, depending on what the product is and how many options you need. Black, or we can go white like that. And because we selected those little thumbnails on the variants, we changed the black and white, or we set the blacks on the black ones and the whites on the white ones. As the customer changes, it will actually show the correct one over here like that. And again, you can add more in, you can add more options altogether. Here, name, this is the personalization part. So we put the title in, and there was, I forget the option what it was called now, let me just remind myself. So here were the attributes. Just go back into the settings. Attribute description. So the name there is what we see in the back end. The description here, if a user hovers over this little question mark, you see it says name there. So you could put some other information, first name only, or maybe whatever, depending on relating to the product or the personalization, but that's where it shows up. Here, the placeholder, type your name here. So this, you can give them a bit of a prompt, like that. Okay, so they know what to do, and it kind of overwrites it. Product description down here, there it is, and then we used our 4 thumbnails, and then our title as well, of course, is up here. So it's super easy, and essentially, it really guides you much through. There's not too much that you can go wrong with it, and yeah, it's quick and easy to do. And with that said, I will catch you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye for now.